with Amari Cooper today when they're in man-to-man.
Here's Elliott, his first carry. Ball is loose! It looked like the Lions recovered, and they do! Jared Davis falls on the football on the Elliott fumble.
Using his legs on scrambles as well. Big, strong young man.
Third down, Ty Johnson in the game at back. Driscoll coming the opposite way. He's got a completion. It's a first down to Amendola.
But once he gets rolling, hard to bring down.
Give it to him again. Scarborough breaks the tackle. Surging forward. He's in for the touchdown. There is a penalty, though. So momentarily, it's a touchdown for Scarborough, and let's see if it holds up. Four-man rush. Prescott can't find anyone. Going for Cooper. Knocked away. It's Slay again. So they've had their #1 corner on Cooper multiple times.
Look at that big stack formation to the top of the screen.
Lions go quick. Here comes Robert Quinn. Driscoll running for his life, and it's incomplete. Boy, Quinn was shot out of a cat. Prescott on the fake, rolling, gunning complete. It's Michael Gallup who's got the Cowboys first.
They've got to control the line of scrimmage and help this Cowboys team get going.
A little flip. There's Pollard. Look at the speed from the rookie. Pollard has got a first down. On third down, Prescott. Good blocking. Got a man wide open and a Dallas first down. Cooper's back in the game. There he is. Lined up against Slay again. A fake, a slant, and a beauty and a completion, and his first and goal. Third and goal. The fake, the handoff. Pressure, and Prescott is dropped. Devon Kennard came flying in for the sack for the Lions. Cowboys on the board. And he does just that.
Where Glasgow normally is.
Third down and 6. Blitz coming. Driscoll in trouble. Gets away. Driscoll looking, firing, and it is incomplete.
As a receiver and a route runner, I don't think there's much difference where he is.
Here's Prescott. Looking deep, firing deep, and he's got a catch. It's Michael Gallup, who's off to a good start. And you see drops have been a big issue for these Cowboys. Four-man rush. Prescott a lot of time again. Now over the middle. He's got a completion for a first down. There's a penalty. Cobb hauls it in. Third and 5. Prescott stands in, floats it. He's got a completion. It's Pollard making a move. Makes the man miss. Going to the end zone. And Tony Pollard is in. Touchdown, Dallas. On first down, Driscoll to throw, pressure coming, he's in trouble, somehow hangs on to the ball, but down he goes! Robert Quinn! Lions have to get to the 35 on third down. Driscoll over the middle, nearly intercepted. He was trying to get it to Hockenson, and there's the other guy. The coverage doesn't stand up, right? So
yeah, and they're not great blitzers.
It's been the conundrum. Here's Prescott on third and long, firing, incomplete, nowhere near it. Lions are only 1 of 4 on third down today. Driscoll, give it on the run to McKissick, and McKissick fighting hard, and he should have a first down. Jones has one catch. Galladay, no.
They've got to find
Scarborough, big hole. Bo Scarborough looking for number 2, fighting his way towards the end zone. He's a little shy, down to the 2. Scarborough, 6'1", 240. That's no small guy. On a first and goal, Driscoll got a walk-in touchdown, Lions. Second and 1. Prescott, a lot of time wide open is Blake Charwin, the backup tight end. Still big in his book. Third and 9 here. Lions show blitz, they back off. Prescott, a lot of time. He's going deep here from Michael Gallup, adjusting, and Michael Gallup comes down with the football, and a flag 2.
Result for the play is a first down.
What they're getting him for is that left arm. They got into Gallup's chest a little bit early.
41 yards to Gallup, was over 100 yards receiving in the first half. Here's Elliott right up the gut. Ezekiel Elliott, is he in? No signal. He's down inside the 1. Cowboys go jumbo. They're going to run it to Elliott. Elliott's going to get in. Touchdown, Dallas.
Scramble to Patrick Mahomes that led to the winning touchdown.
Here's Prescott. Cowboys have one timeout on the half. Near side is Gallup, who is dominating it. Lofting over the middle. He's got a man wide open, a big gainer. It's Randall Cobb running free inside the 30.
And try and have the clock hit zeros. That's their goal.
Prescott standing in, firing, caught for the touchdown. Randall Cobb holds on despite a vicious hit and a penalty likely on the hit. So it should stand for a touchdown for Dallas. Cowboys rush 4. Driscoll coming near side. McKissick has another play and a first down. There's a 3rd and 14. 4-man rush again. Driscoll has time, lofts it deep down the field for Marvin Hall, who's got it inside the 10. Man, that was pretty. Driscoll, late blitz coming. Now some pressure. Driscoll can run if he wants. Throws on the run. It's caught for the touchdown by Jones. Fake to Elliott. Prescott all kinds of time. Fires a dart to Cobb, who's wide open. And Randall Cobb still running all the way down to the 41 of Detroit. Elliott lines up as a wide receiver all the way up there. Prescott rolls away from pressure. Looking, gonna tuck it, gonna run for it, and he's got it. Zach Prescott uses his feet. Blitz coming. Picked up. Prescott lofting it to the corner for Cobb. Incomplete. Could not get around Coleman. Third down. Cowboys come with the blitz. It's the catch for a first down. And Detroit in Dallas territory at the 49. Driscoll's going to hand it on off to Ty Johnson. Maybe a yard. That was a 3rd down and short. Thomas is a former quarterback in college. That's him.
Did they get him to jump? Did they get it?
They might have got him to jump.
One infraction, defense, number 79. 5-yard penalty is enough yardage to create a first down.
Oh, it worked.
They think they got it.
10 for Driscoll. Pressure coming from Bennett. Sliding away. Throws across his body. Incomplete. Stay with the pass. Prescott winds up, fires far side of the field, and has a completion. Prescott can bake a cake back there. Fires over the middle. What a grab by Witten. How did he hold on to that thing? Lions come with the blitz. Elliott picks it up. Prescott going far side. Oh, and it somehow gets through, and it's caught to Cooper. Cowboys need to get down to the 10. On a 3rd down, pressure coming. They're going to set up the screen. It's a low throw. What a catch by Elliott. First down. Touchdown. And he's doing the duck dance. So they will go for 2. They will hand it off and run it and get in for the 2. Pollard up here. Driscoll. And tuck it and run again. Why not? Big room. Look at Driscoll across midfield all the way down to the 45. 2nd down. 6.5 to go. Lions need 2 touchdowns. Driscoll has time here. Now he's looking going across his body, and he's got a completion. Amendola. Donovan Wilson comes out at free safety for Dallas, number 37, the rookie. It's his first defensive snap of the year. Meanwhile, Driscoll over the middle fires. He's got a completion to Marvin Jones, who stays on his feet, and he's in for the touchdown. They attack the middle of the field beautifully, and now the Lions go for 2. Driscoll back, pressure coming, throws to no one, incomplete. 3rd and 4. It's only a 3-man rush. Prescott waiting, looking, lofting. He's got a completion to Gallup, who is wide open and has a big gain. Prescott pressured, steps away, taken down, and it's incomplete.
You just look at the raw numbers, you wouldn't expect them to only be 8 points down. Driscoll rolling. Got Amendola if he wants it. Going to go deep, going for it all for Galladay. Leaping, did he come down with it? He did! What a time for the first catch of the day by Galladay. Where's Marvin Jones now? On 2nd and long. Driscoll pressure up the middle. He is dropped. Malik Collins made the play. Bennett was there to clean it up.
Four-man rush, but here comes Lawrence, and he forces the incompletion. They tried to set up the screen. It will fake the run. Prescott's got a man wide open, and this may do it. It's Jarwin running free for a big gain and a first down.